a look at the 5 stages of the ADDIE model. Let's now look at a scenario of how ADDIE can be used to create training in the workplace. We're going to use Kinetico, an alternative energy company, as an example. Kinetico has a team of solar panel installation technicians, and they have a new software system that they will use to receive their job assignments. The instructional designers have been asked to train all of the installation techs on this new software. The instructional design team will use the ADDIE model to build this training. So let's walk through each step of the model with them. First, let's analyze the problem. The technicians need to know how to use the new software. The audience is the solar panel installation technicians. The instructional designers know that the technicians have certifications, but they need to gather more information about how they work with the new software and what barriers they're running into. They could do this by sending out a survey, or watching several techs on the job, or interviewing them in person. By talking with their audience, the instructional design team would be able to more accurately see how the team is using the software on the job, and the pain points they encounter, and address these in their training. Next, the team will create objectives, or what they want the techs to know after they complete the training. Their main objective is this. After completing the training, the techs will be able to use the new software. They may have even more specific objectives, like the time it takes the techs to complete a task or the amount of tasks they're able to complete on a job. The instructional design team should also be aligning this training to business goals. Kinetico is reducing waste in all aspects of their company. Going paperless and implementing this new software system will help them conserve more resources. Now we'll take a look at the logistics. The instructional design team will have a budget and a timeline that was given to them by their manager. For the delivery method, the training will be a computer-based program that will be delivered in the local tech offices. A trainer will travel to these offices and deliver the training in person. Now, the instructional designers will take all of the information they gathered and incorporate their findings into the design of the training. First, they decide on the structure. They decide to break down the training into 5 parts. The introduction to the training, a scenario-based pre-assessment, the computer program with exercises, a Q&A session with a facilitator, and a scenario-based final assessment. With the structure in place, they can now outline assessments, plan the scenarios that will be used in the exercises, and decide that they'll use a feedback form to gather input from the technicians. Now they'll design the interface for the computer section of the training program and create storyboards. The storyboards and the structure are approved by the stakeholders, and the team moves on to development. Now it's time to create the training. They'll work with a programmer and a graphic designer to use the storyboards to create the computer program. They'll also write a facilitator guide for the trainer who will be giving the introduction and leading this training. With these pieces in place, the team is ready to implement the training. The training is delivered at the tech offices. So now we'll see how this training might look. First, the pre-assessments are given out. The trainer gives an introduction and then instructions for how to navigate through the program. The technicians make their way through the computer training and the exercises. Then there's a Q&A session that gives them the chance to clarify any questions they have. Finally, the trainer gives out a post-assessment and feedback forms to the technicians. Once the training has been delivered, it's time to review and evaluate. The team evaluates what worked and what didn't work in the process. Then the instructional designers can evaluate the training based on the scores from the pre- and post-assessments, and also on the feedback forms that the technicians filled out. The instructional designers can incorporate all of this feedback into their next projects.